Hey career crafters! Welcome back to another exciting deep dive into the future of work. If you've ever dreamed of controlling technology with your thoughts or building something straight out of science fiction, then this episode is going to blow your mind, literally. Today, we're talking about neuro-interface programmers. The pioneers developing the bridge between the human brain and digital devices. Get ready to enter a space where coding meets cognition and neuroscience meets innovation. Imagine waking up in the morning, thinking about a playlist, and having your favorite song start playing, without lifting a finger. Or picture someone with paralysis using their mind to move a robotic arm, draw, or even type a message. These things aren't just science fiction anymore. They're becoming reality, thanks to the groundbreaking work of neuro-interface programmers. Let's break it down. What exactly is a neuro-interface? It's any system that allows direct communication between the brain and an external device. This technology is part of a field known as brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, and neuro-interface programmers. They're the ones writing the software that interprets brain signals and translates them into real-world actions. So, what does a neuro-interface programmer actually do day to day? Their job is equal parts neuroscience, software development, and machine learning. They work with neural signal data, basically brainwave recordings, captured through sensors or implants. Then they use advanced algorithms to decode those signals and map them to actions. For example, if the brain sends a signal that represents move left, the programmer ensures the system translates that into a real-world result, like moving a cursor or steering a wheelchair. Let's take a real-world example. In 2021, researchers at the University of California, San Francisco, developed a system that enabled a paralyzed man to speak through a brain implant that interpreted the intended words from brain activity. This wasn't a one-size-fits-all system. A team of neuro-interface programmers spent months fine-tuning algorithms, training models, and adjusting signal thresholds to ensure accuracy. That's the kind of work we're talking about. We're witnessing the birth of a new era, one where brain activity can interface directly with digital environments. It's not just about helping people. It's about redefining communication and control. Let's talk skills. To become a neuro-interface programmer, you'll need a strong foundation in neuroscience or cognitive science, computer programming, especially in Python, C++, and MATLAB, machine learning and signal processing, data visualization, UX, UI design for assistive technology. You'll also need soft skills, like problem solving, creativity, communication, and ethical awareness. When you're working directly with brain data, privacy and consent aren't just important, they're critical. What about education? A typical path might look like this: bachelor's degree in neuroscience, computer science, biomedical engineering, or a related field, master's or PhD in neurotechnology, or brain-computer interface development are optional but valuable. Certifications or online courses in AI, machine learning, and neural signal processing, hands-on projects using open-source BCI platforms like OpenBCI or Emotive, and let's not forget internships or collaborative research at neuroscience labs. These experiences give you the chance to work with EEG data, prototype brain-controlled apps, or even design new interaction models for disabled users. Now, let's look at the industries hiring neuro-interface programmers. The obvious one is healthcare, helping people with paralysis or neurological disorders regain independence. But it doesn't stop there. These professionals are also being hired in gaming and immersive media, mental health and cognitive therapy, neurofeedback for focus and performance enhancement, aerospace and defense, for pilot machine integration, education and brain-based learning platforms. Think of companies like Neuralink, Synchron, Control Labs, now part of Meta, and NextMind. These innovators are creating wearable neurotech that could revolutionize how we control machines. What about the job market? According to Markets, the brain-computer interface market is projected to grow from $1.9 billion in 2021 to $5.5 billion by 2027. That's a CAGR of 16.9%. Let's talk about the important part: salaries. Entry-level neuro-interface developers might earn around $70,000 to $85,000 per year, with more experienced professionals reaching $120,000 plus, especially if working at research institutions or tech giants. Here's something that makes this career especially unique. It's not just about coding, it's about empathy. Many neuro-interface programmers work on projects that improve quality of life. They're not just developers, they're humanitarians. Dr. Mary Lou Jepson, founder of OpenWater and a pioneer in neuroimaging, once said, "When you give people back control through thought, you don't just change technology, you change lives." Okay, let's zoom in on a day in the life of a neuro-interface programmer. Picture this. In the morning, you're in a lab, testing a new EEG signal model to detect stress levels in real time. Midday, you meet with a neuroscience team to discuss how to improve signal accuracy from a non-invasive headset. In the afternoon, you're coding and debugging a new brain-to-text module that lets users compose messages just by thinking. In the evening, reviewing user feedback from beta testers, analyzing signal drift, and brainstorming UI changes. Every day is about learning, experimenting, and pushing boundaries. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. Remember, there are challenges too: signal noise and brainwave variability, ethical dilemmas about mind privacy, high development costs, and limited access to testing platforms, regulatory and safety issues. But for every challenge, there's incredible potential. Students in classrooms with attention disorders could receive live neurofeedback. Stroke patients could regain mobility with mind-controlled exosuits. Musicians could compose by thought. And gamers, they will enter worlds they control with their minds. Let's not overlook ethics. As we digitize thought, we must ask tough questions. Who owns your brain data? What are the risks of hacking or surveillance? These conversations are part of the job, and you'll be expected to code responsibly. As a neuro-interface programmer, you're not just building tech. You're designing how humans will interact with reality itself in the future. If that excites you, then you might be on the perfect path. Whether you're a student, curious about neuroscience, a coder fascinated by AI, or a designer who wants to build tools for human empowerment, this career welcomes you. The future of computing isn't on your screen. It's in your nervous system. So, are you ready to be part of that future? Thanks for watching this episode of CareerCraft. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who dreams big like you do. Next week, we'll be exploring cognitive automation analyst, where psychology meets AI to build emotionally intelligent systems. Until then, keep crafting your future.